Cozy gaming can be an expensive hobby. Buying all of the latest games can add up very quickly. So if you're currently staring at your Steam library not knowing what to play next, here are some games that I've tried and tested that you can enjoy without your bank balance depleting. I have previously done another list of free cozy games, so I'll link that below if you need even more inspiration. And whilst you're down there, don't forget to like and also subscribe. But without further ado, here are some cozy games that are worth your time. When it comes to free games, you may think you may get 1, maybe 2 hours of content out of them. Well, you don't have to worry about that with this first game. This is Palia, and I have spent a lot of hours in this game. Palia is free to play on both the Switch and PC. There are in-game purchases within the game, but these are cosmetic only, and they vary from outfits, pets, tool skins, and even home plot landscapes. If you haven't yet tried Palia, it is an online multiplayer life simulator. There are 2 maps, and you can participate in a bunch of activities, including mining, hunting, foraging, fishing, and bug catching. On your home plot, you'll be able to take care of your farm, set up crafting mechanics, and my favourite, add some flair to your plot with the decorating, which do vary between placing buildings, structures, and even adding those finer decor touches. Recently, they also added building blocks, which is a very fun way to experiment with decorating in the game. There are a variety of different NPCs, which all have their own storylines and quest lines. As you up your friendship level with these villagers, you will also receive special rewards. Romance is also an option, and there are some definitely good candidates for this. The game also has a variety of main quests and sideline quests, which include different temples, and there are bundles to complete as well. Some of these are definitely more challenging than others. If that isn't enough features, there is also a hot pot minigame, and periodically you will also see a special event called the Magi Market. There is a parkour map, daily rummage piles that reward you with free items, and also weekly accomplishments to complete. There's probably a whole bunch more that I've not yet touched on, but there is a lot to do in this game. Palia is still under development, so you may still find a few bugs here and there, but there are regular monthly updates with new content, and they do also have kind of a roadmap as to where they're going with it, including a new map coming in the new year. The dev team also do release hot fixes, so any major issues should be resolved pretty quickly. It's definitely worth a try, it is free, and you can get a lot out of this game, that's for sure. At number 2, we have Doronko Wanko. This is an adorable game where you play as a cute Pomeranian who has just moved house with its owner, and the aim of the game is to cause as much chaos as possible by making lots and lots of mess. If you're a dog fan, you are definitely going to love this one, and I'm sure you can resonate with dogs causing problems as well. The more mess you create, the more money you will receive, and as you make progress, you will receive new outfits and more powerful tools to help you create maximum chaos. There is a collection of things to complete which helps guide you throughout the house and the game. I really enjoyed this, and it kind of felt like a reverse power simulator game, but obviously a cute version and a little bit more chaotic. A little word of advice though, for me when I first loaded in the game, it did come in Japanese, but it does have an English version too, so you may just have to go into the settings to fix that, but a really nice way to spend half an hour or so. If you enjoy looking after plants but you don't have that much success in real life, then you might want to give plant therapy a go. This game is super relaxing, and it's all about taking care of plants. You start off in an apartment with one little plant, but as you take care of it and unlock achievements, you will earn money required to expand your plant collection. There is over 60 plants, and they come in various shapes, sizes, and you may even recognize some of your favorites. The game does run on a day to night cycle, and at night you get to see a whole different side of your plants as they become bioluminescent. You can step outside of your apartment onto the street, and there are a number of different shops to visit. They have a variety of wares to sell, from new plants, new wallpaper, furniture, and even art. You will quickly get hooked, and you will soon want to expand and decorate your apartment even more. And if your apartment ends up feeling a little bit snug, you can expand. There is one other free apartment which comes with this version, but if you are enjoying the game, there are alternate DLCs which you can unlock even more, but these are paid. But honestly, the free version definitely had quite a lot of free content, and I was happy enough to just play this. The next game I want to talk about is Cookard. This is a strategy cooking game with a little bit of a twist, as it is kind of a card game. In this game, you stack the cards to make different recipes, cook items, and you can even trade for more. When you make a dish, you have to stack a customers to feed them, and they will reward you with coins. It took me a little while to get my head around these mechanics and what was happening, but once I got it, I was hooked. There isn't much of a tutorial as the premise is pretty straightforward, but you do have a quest line to keep you on track, and there are recipes you can refer back to. The graphics and the UI are really nice and clean, but if you're a hoarder like me, you will soon find yourself with a very, very long stack of cards. I could honestly see myself spending hours addicted to this little game, and I already want to unlock more and more and see where the game goes. Honestly, highly recommend this if you like a good strategy game. If I wanted to, I could probably create a whole games list just based on idle games that are free and also ones that help you with productivity, but this one is probably one of the best. This is Weirdlets, and it is a game where you get to look after your very own virtual pet. In the beginning, you can choose from 3 different types of pets. I, of course, had to choose the one that looked most cat-like, and whilst you sit back and relax or whilst you're hard at work, your pet will loot around your island for hidden treasures, including furniture items and cute accessories that you can use to customize your pet. You may also find gold, which you can then use to spend at the shop. There does appear to be in-game purchases for currency, but it doesn't seem like a requirement to enjoy this game. If you want to show off your pet to your friends, you can also do this in an online multiplayer playground, which of course does have some toys to play with. And I did mention productivity, and this game comes with all of those productivity tools that you would expect to find, including a to-do list and a Pomodoro timer. And whilst you're working hard in the background, you can also have it where your virtual pet can keep you company and help keep you on track and focused. Honestly, there are some good ones out there, but this one probably has to be one of the best idle games. Next up, we have a short and sweet game all about hitting the right notes. This is Mirth Melody, and here you play as Dodo the duck, who is camping in a little forest clearing with their trusty guitar. As you may have guessed this game is all about rhythm and something I'm not great at, but I did have fun with this. The songs in the beginning were nice and sensual, but boy, I was not ready for the final rock showstopper. If you think you have mastered rhythmic games, you can choose between the casual mode and also the pro mode, which did add a nice element of replayability. This, combined with wanting to beat my previous scores, meant I spent longer trying this game than I initially anticipated. Aside from the guitar playing, the graphics are really cute, and I enjoyed the little cutscenes that you get during the performance. There are also a few items you can interact with and throw around. You will also want to speak to Stephen the Seagull, as he has some words of wisdom. The game has 5 Steam achievements if you are a little bit of a completionist. Overall, Mirth Melody was a really nice way to spend half an hour, and if you enjoyed this, be sure to wishlist the developer's main game, which is called Mirth Island, which also features Dodo the duck. This next game reminded me why I'm not a fan of rain. This is Rainy Day, and it's a cute hand-drawn game where you play as a piece of paper armed with an umbrella, and the aim of the game is to get home from work without becoming too soggy. You can use your umbrella in a number of different ways to protect yourself from the rain, leaking fire hydrants, and vehicles that will splash you as you drive by. There are also shops to take shelter in and places to repair your umbrella along the way. The game is about 20 minutes long, so it shouldn't take you too long to complete, but it was just a relaxing and adorable experience. It is worth noting that when the game first loaded up, this one was also in Japanese, but you can change this by pressing escape. At number 9, we have Pixel Restorer, and this is a good one if you like to test your brain. This is a little puzzle game where your job is to restore faded photos by completing a variety of puzzles. To restore the pictures, you must figure out the placement of the ink by using the number clues which are present in the grid. This can sometimes be a little bit tricky and definitely gets harder as you go along, as there are more colours thrown into the mix. But there are hints to make it that little bit easier. There is a variety of different pictures. So far there was a yin yang, a dancing person, but the free version does have quite a lot to keep you occupied for a while. If you want to play more, you can also add on the paid DLC, which I think is quite reasonably priced. The puzzle theme continues with this next one. This is called Plants Huddled Together, and you piece together segments of beautiful flowers. I like this twist on a traditional puzzle, and it felt nice to have a beautiful picture at the end. The puzzles weren't too challenging, and I never found myself getting stuck, so it does make for that perfect relaxing game. After you have placed so many pieces, you also get a hint, which is kind of like a nice little reward. There are lots of different flower varieties here to restore, and it did take me a few minutes per flower, so there's probably a good hour's worth of content here, which isn't bad for a free game. At number 10 is A Better Tomorrow. This is a mini city builder game all about using sustainable energy, and your goal is to go the week with the lights remaining on in your residence home. The mechanics are really easy to get to grips with, but actually keeping your residents fueled whilst considering the environment, your energy supplies, and also an expanding population did get a little bit more complex. Like the air created from your windmills, the graphics are clean and sleek, and aside from the main game, there were also a set of challenges which did come with different weather conditions. The actual main game I did have to try a few times, as it was quite hard to kind of make sure that you could go the full week with everything kind of intact, but it was a lot of fun, and I do love games like this that have a little bit of a challenge to them. This next game is great if you love cats and puzzle games. This is a 2D isometric puzzle game called Friend, and it's all about conjuring up new cat friends for a lonely witch, which is just an adorable little storyline there. The graphics in the game are super cute, and the gameplay is pretty nice too. I soon found myself at level 20 and didn't even realize that the time had passed because I just got really sucked into it. As you get through the levels, it does become more complex, and the hint system definitely came in handy with this one, but overall it's a really nice cat-themed puzzle, especially given that the game is free. The music was also nice and relaxing, which is a major plus when playing a puzzle game. If you wanted to play this game in the story mode, you can also add that on, but that is a paid feature. So there we have it. There are some free games for you to try. I definitely enjoyed playing these, and there was a good variety as well, which is also good. Let me know in the comments if you do try one of these. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.